going on, everybody? It's your boy Mr. DDG94 here with another NBA Live My Career gameplay. And today we're taking on Rip City, or Rip in Peace City, because the whole squad is gone. When I say the whole squad is gone, I mean the whole squad. I don't mean just LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean the whole squad. I'm talking about Batum, Matthews, Robin Lopez. The squad is gone. All that's left is Damian Lillard, who just signed a contract extension for 120 mil. That's good for him. Damian Lillard, he deserved that money. He worked hard for that money. He got Rookie of the Year. He worked hard for that money. Back then they didn't want him. Now he hot. They all on him. But yeah, man. Blake Griffin obviously misses that. And not only is Rip City losing key players, so is the team that I'm playing on right now currently, the
Hello, bro. Welcome to CBS.
Hold on. The Clippers, they've lost DeAndre Jordan. This has been a crazy free agency. I mean, man. I mean, where do I start? Let's start off with all the free agents that's gotten signed so far. You got LaMarcus Aldridge going to the San Antonio Spurs. You got Kawhi Leonard getting his extension. You got Jimmy Butler getting his well-earned extension. You got Kevin Love signing his extension. You got Draymond Green signing his extension. I mean, the first day of free agency was pretty much contract extensions for the most part. Then everything changed when DeAndre Jordan went down to the Dallas Mavericks. That's when the whole landscape of this whole free agency changed, because it wasn't the start of the first top free agent to leave the team that they were currently with. It was just crazy how you wouldn't think he would leave, but he left. And I guess him and Chris Paul was really getting into it behind the scenes. So I guess those rumors were true. I didn't believe him at first, but man, I didn't think they were true. I thought these were false, and people were just making up stuff to make it seem like DeAndre didn't want to be there. I was thinking that DeAndre was going to sign back, but he moved on, and so did LaMarcus Aldridge. And before all you butthurt Clipper fans start talking about, why did he do that? He shouldn't have did that. He was going to win a championship. Yeah, that worked out this year, considering y'all had a 3-1 lead in a series that y'all should have closed out. Should have went on to the Western Conference Finals. Who knows what would have happened there? Probably would have made it to the finals. Probably wouldn't have. But hey, at least Chris Paul finally made it to the Western Conference Finals. As long as Chris Paul made it to a conference finals for once. Yeah. But I mean, it's whatever though. I mean, for everybody to talk about, you know, for everybody talking about, you know, DeAndre Jordan, you know, he shouldn't have did that because he had a better chance winning a title with the Clippers. Like, come on, man. we've been sitting here everybody's been sitting, myself included, have been sitting here saying that the Clippers are going to be a championship contender this year. Every year we say the Clippers are a championship contender, and they always get knocked out in the second round of the playoffs. No matter how good they're looking, they always find a way to disappoint you. So you know what? I'm kind of not in the mood. I'm kind of not feeling what people are talking about when they're saying, oh, he had a better chance with the Clippers than he does with the Mavericks. I mean, with the loss of Monte Ellis going to the Pacers, I can understand where you're coming from. But they picked up Wesley Matthews. Now, I know Wesley Matthews is coming off the Achilles injury, so we might not see him for quite some time, but when he comes back, he's going to be a problem. I mean, what more can I say? I mean, they got Wesley Matthews. They still have that core together. Only problem with the Dallas Mavericks I do see, the only problem with them is that they don't have a point guard of Chris Paul's caliber to really give DeAndre that boost that he needs on offense. I think DeAndre Jordan needs to have a dominant point guard, pretty much a point guard who's dominant, who's just dominant all around and pretty much can pretty much control the offense and the flow of the entire game from offense and defense, and pretty much keep the defense on the heels, so that way DeAndre Jordan can shine. That's the only problem I see with the Dallas Mavericks, is the fact that they don't have a point guard of Chris Paul's caliber that can really help, that can really, orchestrate the offense well enough for him to even do the things that he needs to do. So on offense, so I mean, I can understand it from there, but everything else, I mean, Rick Carlisle is the coach. You still got Dirk Nowitzki there. I mean, I like to see how that matches up though. Like having a power forward that can actually spread out the floor. I want to see how that works with DeAndre Jordan. So Clipper fans, stop being butthurt, own up, and just look for new talent. Just look for a replacement. I mean, there's not that many DeAndre Jordans out there. I mean, these are only DeAndre Jordan's replacements I can really think of. JaVale McGee and Rudy Gobert. And Andre Drummond. That's the only replaceable type of centers that can only replace DeAndre Jordan. I don't think nobody can replace DeAndre Jordan other than those three guys that I just named. I mean, I know there was some guys in the draft this year, but they're rookies. They don't have that. They just don't have what DeAndre Jordan has, and just the experience alone, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, but it's not comparable at this point in time, considering the fact that we haven't even seen them play a game in the NBA yet. So before you go off talking about these rookies and these sophomores and stuff like that, please note that these guys don't have as much experience as DeAndre Jordan does. So before you start trying to compare them to DeAndre Jordan, yes, they may be as athletic as a DeAndre Jordan or as tall and lanky as a DeAndre Jordan, but at the end of the day, that don't matter. Like I said, the only guys I can honestly compare, that you can honestly compare to a DeAndre Jordan in this game of basketball, is, like I said, JaVale McGee, Rudy Gobert, and Andre Drummond. That's the only players I can honestly see comparable to the things that DeAndre Jordan does, as I throw it down on Amir Ashik. Just giving him the business, giving him these nuts. But yeah, man, that's pretty much that's really all I want to talk about DeAndre Jordan thing. I mean, DeAndre is gonna be fine. It's just that Dallas needs to find a point guard of Chris Paul's caliber. They had it in Rondo, but obviously Rondo was having problems. And another thing too, speaking of Rondo, he is now with the Sacramento Kings, and I have a video for him. I'll talk about him in another video because it's something I gotta say about Rondo. I hate to say it, but I gotta say something about Rondo. But I'm gonna say that for another video. I'm gonna just say right now it's bad enough you already got DeAndre Jordan as one of your head cases, but now you have Rondo. So now I don't believe that chemistry. I believe the chemistry is gonna be fucked in Sacramento. I think Sacramento's chemistry is fucked at this point. Rondo, DeMarcus Cousins, I just don't see it working out. This is a train wreck waiting to happen. But that's all I'm gonna say for right now. I'm gonna have a video about Rondo. We're just gonna leave that there. Now let's talk about Marcus Aldridge and these Spurs. Let's not overhype the Spurs just yet. I've been seeing it all around. You know, everybody's overhyping the Spurs already, talking about championship contender, championship. We haven't even seen how it works out yet. You gotta remember, LaMarcus Aldridge is a power forward. Tim Duncan is a power forward. They both can play the 5. I will admit that. They both can spread out the floor. But it's still yet to be seen how those two can coexist when they're both power forwards. It's not like David Robertson and Tim Duncan, because obviously David Robertson was a fucking center. But it's just not that same dynamic duo. You can't just do it like that. Championship aspirations are too high, and we don't even know how this thing's gonna work. But with two power forwards with two guys who are dominant in the power forward position, and I'm not saying that they're not dominant in the center position, but that's not the life they about. You know, they're efficient in that area, but they're not about that life all the time. So one of them is going to have to sacrifice and be a 5, while the other one stays in their position. Now I think Timmy, he'll give up the 4 spot and be the 5, pretty much because he's the tallest. And also because he's had to play the 5 for seasons before. Marcus Aldridge, I don't think he really played the 5 for long periods of time. Timmy went a whole season playing the 5 one year, and let's just say that wasn't a good year for the Spurs. Yeah, they made it to the playoffs, but wasn't a good year. So I think the Spurs are still going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're going to not make the playoffs, nothing like that. But everybody's overhyping them. We haven't even seen how this thing is going to work out yet. I'd rather see how it's going to work out having 2 power forwards. You know, one guy giving up his position on at the 4 to giving up his position at the 4 to be a 5. That's all I'm looking forward to seeing. I don't know how the sets are going to work yet. We don't know what's going to happen yet, so why overhype it? I think we should just wait until the season or preseason starts, see how the chemistry and the flow works between having those two together, before we start overhyping this team and start saying they're championship contenders. Does it put them in the championship contender race? On paper, yes, but until I see otherwise, I can't confirm it. We can say it, but we can't confirm it until we've actually seen the product. I haven't seen the product, so therefore I can't give it. I can't give it, you know, the day of light that people want, that people are giving it. You know what I'm saying? People are already making memes. People already, you know what I'm saying? People are already making jokes, trying to be funny. I'm just sitting here like, we ain't even played a game yet and y'all already overhyping this shit. I already knew this was going to happen. This is just like the 2010, 2011 Miami Heat when they first hooked up. Who knows what they're gonna be about, you know, in the years. Who knows what they're gonna be like this year? You know, maybe LaMarcus Aldridge, you know, finds his way in, because, you know, to be honest with you, it took a little while for LaMarcus Aldridge to even find his niche in the game of basketball. So I think the chemistry between him and Damian Lillard was so solid that, and, you know, just being on that team for so long, you know, going through the turmoil that they went through with all the injuries to Greg Oden and Brandon Roy and stuff like that, like, you would think that it would take time. I don't know if it's going to get down right away, but, you know, LaMarcus Aldridge did take LaMarcus Aldridge. I'm just saying, it took LaMarcus Aldridge some time before he, you know, he finally shined and blossomed out there in Portland. So, you know, I'm not overhyping it. I just want to see the product. It's just like NBA 2K. All I want to see is the product. Let me see the product. Or like how y'all treat NBA Live. You know, I ain't putting a dime down until I see some gameplay, cuz, well, they showed you gameplay. How you feel about it now? I ask you, how do you feel about NBA Live now? When they dropping gameplay, they out here doing everything that 2K ain't doing. I should have got fouled right there, but I'll take that. I'll take that jump shot. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the fourth quarter. All right. So we are pretty much blowing these guys out the water. I'm knocking down threes left and right. I don't know what's going on. This must be a good game for me. These guys are giving me one hell of a game here, because I ain't blowing these guys out the water right now. I don't even know how many assists I got. I think I need to focus on assists. I don't know how he made that. Alright, I'm calling for a pick and roll. Where's my pick? There you go, Blake. Blake got double digits. I should probably have about 6 or 8 assists at this point. I'm gonna need about 10. Ah, damn. I'll let him get that. There we go. See, this is the Portland Trail Blazers without LaMarcus Aldridge. Like, look at this, man. You take away Asik, you take away Nicholas Batum. What do you have? Absolutely nothing. I'm not saying that Portland gonna be trash. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I'm not gonna go that far. Yeah. I think Portland's still gonna be good, but they're gonna fall off a little bit. I think they're gonna fall down a peg. They might fall to a seventh, eighth seed looking in, pretty much. They're gonna be in that Pelicans. They're gonna be in that Pelicans, you know, looking in territory. So they probably might be fighting with the Pelicans from here on out on playoff position. Because I think it's about to be a major swing in the Western Conference. Especially with the Warriors and the way how they've been balling. It's definitely going to be something to be said about them. So I'm not ruling anybody out. Even though I will admit, I do kind of feel like the Warriors kind of like had the easier route to the NBA Finals than per se the Cleveland Cavaliers or any other team in the Western Conference, but that didn't play them. I know a lot of Warriors fans are going to say, shut up, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. We made our way, we got here, we fought our way here just like every other team did. That is true. But you got to remember, Steph Curry didn't face any top tier point guard. Mike Conley was a point he didn't play the whole series. Drew Holiday, he didn't play the whole series. Why you hating, bro? Why you hating? Quit hating. That's all you do is hate. That's all the channel's about is hating. You hate 2K, you hate everything else. What do you like, bro? What do you like? I already know. I already know. But I'm just saying, they didn't really take on anybody. And don't even think about talking about Matthew Dellavedova. Matthew Dellavedova, you know damn well Matthew Dellavedova was no problem. You know that was overhyped. You know that was Cleveland fans talking like that. I for one never even thought that Matthew Dellavedova could even think of stopping Steph Curry. If anybody thought Matthew Dellavedova could actually stop Steph Curry, you were high and on drugs. I think everybody at ESPN needs a drug check after this NBA Finals, man. They said Matthew Dellavedova, I wanted to slap the shit out of. You don't know how bad I wanted to slap the shit out of people. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the game, man. We blow out the cover boy for now. You know, until September 29th, I can't call Damian Lillard the cover boy anymore. That's going to a guy on the Oklahoma City Thunder for next year's game. So the cover boy, we beat the cover boy and his squad without LaMarcus Aldridge, and pretty much dominate. And that's pretty much about it, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.
Rely on these guys for their scoring here today. The Trailblazers put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game draft. Bench points.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win. And here we have a look at the game stats.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. And here we have a look at his stat line.
Who was cold?
McCollum wasn't much of an offensive threat in today's matchup. As the game wore on, his shot attempts became questionable. He might have a tough time explaining his shot selection to the reporter. And here we have a look at the stats. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the scores from around the league. With the playoffs on the way, here are the Western Conference standings. These are the remaining games. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.